Hello. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like we had some technical difficulties getting started there. We're not sure what happened, but for some reason the camera stopped working. But we're all set now. Alright. Anyway, for those of you who are just joining, welcome to the stream. So, I am going to be playing some Epic. Probably Arena mostly, because it's constructed. And constructed is my favorite format. So, let's see, I think I started. I'm gonna have to start again here. I'm trying to get some games in with this deck here. Let's see, which one is it? It was an army deck. Death Metal, right. Alright, this is what we're trying to do here. So we have this deck. What this deck's doing is, it's basically just a Army of the Apocalypse deck, except we have combined a couple of pieces together. So we have things like Necromancer Lord and Gudgeon and Crystal Golem, but we're really trying to assemble cards like Royal Escort to give our other champions untargetable, Avenging Angel to basically lock down the combat, and then Angel of Mercy to just continually bring those champions that our opponent removes back. Plus we have the Gudgeon, which will protect our discard pile, and also this deck is trying to go the long game, so we need to make sure we survive in the early to mid game, so a lot of the time this will just be used to block a big attack. And then our other cards just support our strategy, so we've got some board wipes and whatnot. I talked about how I think this deck should probably run more board clears, maybe another 2 more, cut something out, but I haven't decided what that is. So for now, we're just going to leave it as it is, and play in the arena. How's it going? Picks and cash. Alright, ready to play some Epic. It's the best part. I mean, I actually really like deck construction. That's a very fun thing for me as well. Alright, we should be all set now. I don't know what happened, but I unplugged the webcam and I plugged it back in, and then I had a lot of trouble actually getting it set back up again, but we are all good now. So, we're going to play some games with this, and hopefully we'll get to see some more of the Avenging Angel, the ever-elusive, and maybe get another crazy Army of the Apocalypse off. I remember last game there was something like a 5-card Army of the Apocalypse on our side, which is pretty fun, but I still lost that game, so... Yeah, right. Honestly, though, Avenging Angel, don't worry. Even if think of it this way, if Avenging Angel never shows up, I could just be putting it in every deck, right? That makes the deck 3 cards smaller. I could have a 57 card deck, more cards that I want to see. I'll just put it in every deck. 3 copies, make the deck 3 cards smaller. Exactly. See if I can... Oops. Get the stream deck lists here. I think I am going to put this one in. Although I don't know if I have the code saved right now, so I'll probably have to put it in at some later point today, but I will go ahead and add this one. Oh. I usually color the decks based on what the main color is. So I guess this one's, I think it's evil mostly. I think it's evil is the biggest alignment. So we'll just go ahead and... Alright. I know. Touch typist. You know, it's funny. I feel like I never really learned the proper way to type. I just kind of typed a lot, and over time, I would just start typing without looking at the keyboard. So it's very possible my fingers are not in the right places, but I know where they all are. So yeah, honestly, I mean, evil is just my favorite alignment because I like paying costs to do things. A lot of the evil cards tend to be really about doing something well, but there's some kind of cost. Like even Drain Essence, right? It gives you a lot of health, so it's very good against aggressive decks, but you don't have any other options. So a lot of the time with Drain Essence, it'll get stuck in your hand, and you might not realize that the reason you didn't win was because you had no other options, or that you need to draw cards more aggressively with your other cards because you don't have a way to draw cards with your, with your normal one-cost event removals. But yeah, I mean, it does one job very efficiently, and that is curb aggressive decks while removing their stuff. I mean, it's pretty bad. If you're up against a Kark deck, Drain Essence is probably one of the worst cards in your deck because you can't really get value out of it. Oregon Trail. I mean, I've played Oregon Trail. It's a classic. I don't think I've ever actually done. I don't think I've ever actually done very well though. My people always die of dysentery. I don't know if that's a common ending or if I was doing something very wrong every game, but did not go well for my folks. All right. Opponent's going first here, so what we're going to do is we need an off-turn play. I mean, you probably want to keep one on-turn play. So I'll get this final task in this Drain Essence, so that way I have a draw 2, that's off-turn, and a card that removes. So then from these other 3 I can keep 1, and it'll probably be the Gudgeon. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I mean, my people died other ways. It wasn't always dysentery. But it seemed like when I got the farthest, it was dysentery. Like, dysentery ruined my best runs. Is Oregon Trail a roguelike? I've never really thought about that, but I guess it must have been one of the original roguelikes. Alright, I'm going to draw 2 with Final Task here. This is why I always like keeping a draw 2, is in case your opponent just decides to do basically nothing on their turn. Like they draw 2, you want to have a follow-up play that isn't just do nothing. And draw 2s are always safe. So even if my opponent plays Draw Cut, swings at me for 9, I can draw 2. It's not the end of the world. Dumbest Centauri. Is it not dysentery? Yeah, okay. I guess that's fair. I just mean, like, even stuff like Webhack wasn't that mainstream, or is it called NetHack? It wasn't that mainstream. It was very popular in the niche communities, but I feel like Oregon Trail is one of those games that managed to break through, and there are a lot of people playing it that normally don't play games. I'm just trying to decide if it's the Gudgeon here or not. It probably is going to be the Gudgeon. I'll just discard another Gudgeon. This wouldn't be an unreasonable pass without playing anything, but I don't really have a play to make on my next turn if my opponent passes back. And I don't have a punish if I pass, and then they play something, so I'm just going to toss out the Gudgeon here, and maybe if they just draw 2, then I'll Guilt Demon. That's interesting. I am kind of tempted to just double Wither here. Maybe double Wither Priestess. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I mean, I am playing as a token deck, so the main downside to playing double Wither here is that... Yeah, alright, I won't. I'll let them draw the extra card. That's fine. I'm going to discard the Gudgeon here. I definitely don't need more cards in hand, so that's my weakest card. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I see. It's true. They were good runs until they were bad runs. I guess that's how Dysentery goes. Alright. Yeah. No longer good runs. Interesting. +3 offense. This must be this human token deck that everyone's copying has Gladius in it. Personally, I think Gladius is the type of card that I would run maybe one of. Having multiple copies, it's so awkward to have two Gladiuses in your hand at the same time. It's really a card you want to play when you already have some human tokens out. So if you want to play this, make sure that you have some other cards to play. Right here it's fine because it is going to draw a card for this Noble Unicorn, so still pretty reasonable. Just going to go ahead and remove that right away. It is kind of scary, and this martial law is probably going to be mostly useless this game because I can't banish my opponent's champions, it looks like. But maybe I can still get a random banish a bunch of tokens with it. Alright, so here it's probably going to be, second wind. It's going to be attack for 2, and then I am probably going to send my Guild Demon in. This person likes to play pretty aggressively. So what I mean by aggressively is they just spend their gold as soon as they can. I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Wise here spent their gold to play something right away. This would be the first time they've had the chance to spend their gold and haven't. I mean, I guess the same could be said for me. Alright, they're going to Urgent Messengers. Yeah, I think this is a weak play because it's unlikely they'll get anything that deals with this Gudgeon, and the 2 damage I deal doesn't matter that much. So it wouldn't be completely unreasonable for me to just have something that blows them out here, like an Apocalypse. And speaking of which, I will play Hrisis Evangeline and see if I can recycle into a Angel of Death. If I can, it'll be amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's only one copy of Martial Law in the deck, so still not the end of the world. I mean, it's still basically a fog. What I mean by that is, if I play Martial Law on their turn, I can stop a nuclear attack with Insurgency in these decks. Love to run Insurgency, so it's not dead. It just doesn't do very much. I won't be able to use it. Oh, look at that. Here we go. There you are. Coming in to say hi. This is a perfect time for Avenging Angels. This is actually a fantastic highlight of what Avenging Angel does. So we get 3 off of Priestess, then we get him for 6, then we gain 6. That's a 15-point swing right there. The prophecy. Oh no, it's Avenging Angel this time. She figured now is a good time to show up. She's been waiting for when we need her. Maybe I can only draw Avenging Angel if it's exactly what I need. This is actually my best draw, is Avenging Angel here. I don't think there's anything else that would be better. Like even Angel of Death, I'd rather Avenging Angel than Angel of Death here because now, let's look at this situation, right? They have to remove my Avenging Angel in order to attack. So if they can't remove this, then they just do nothing on their turn. Maybe they'll make some humans, but they have 9 cards in hand. So this turn's probably was originally going to be their Alpha Strike turn. Yeah, so now this Avenging Angel gave me 6, gave me 3 from Priestess Evangeline, gained me 8 because I didn't take 8 from that Flame Strike, and then also I dealt 6 to them. Now, one question will be whether or not I play this Noble Unicorn to block a human token. I'll probably play the Noble Unicorn, but not block a human token with either champion, because it's going to make a lot. I mean, I can take 8. That'll bring me down to 38. And also this Noble Unicorn here, I know that they're playing wild, so they probably have random deal too. So they're probably playing Flame Spike or Flash Fire or Wolf Spite. This deck probably plays Wolf Spite actually, because this seems like a token deck. So Wolf Spite is a 0-cost card that deals 2 damage to a champion, and you get a Wolf token, and then you recycle. So if they're playing wilds, and they're playing Flame Strike here. That means they're probably playing at least another 3 1-costs and 2 0-costs. It's very uncommon for someone to run 2 and a 1 split, and that's just because usually they want the 1 card so much that they. I'm being very conservative about my withers here, but it would also be completely reasonable for me to wither this. Avenging Angel is also looking pretty sweet. If these things die, then I might be able to Army the Apocalypse them all back. Alright, they're really scared of my attacks. They're gonna play Watchful Gargoyle now. Oh no, they have 8 cards in hand. They don't want to discard a maximum hand size. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and swing in with the Gudgeon first. Yeah. Yeah, that's Inheritance to the Meek. Yeah. Martial Law is banish all champions. If it's an opponent's turn, that player puts 4 human tokens into play. I think actually Inheritance would be less of a dead card though, because I could still use Inheritance to draw 2. Whereas this make 5 human tokens is probably, I'm never going to use this. I might use it if I have Noble Unicorn out. I'm probably just going to hold on to this to stop an Alpha Strike, like I said. Alright. Kind of just want to go Necromancer Lord, bring back Avenging Angel, swing with it. I think that's the play here. The opponent kind of is in a bind. Like, what was their removal last turn? It was Flame Strike, so they don't have anything better than Flame Strike. What's the other option? The other option is I just swing this Noble Unicorn in and then I Armor the Apocalypse after it dies. That also seems good. Let's do that. So they either take 6 here, or I get to eat a human token, or they block with 2, and I eat 2 human tokens, and then my Noble Unicorn. What this is going to look like to them is I have removal for Gladius. So if I have removal for Gladius, they might think, all right, they're going to remove my Gladius, so I better block with enough that it will still die, even if Gladius dies. Or maybe they have some kind of backup plan, like a Flame Strike in hand for this Noble Unicorn. Otherwise, this attack is going to be great no matter what. Because what's going to happen is they're probably going to block. Ooh, Insurgency. Alright, this is looking great for us. They're going to double block this with 2 human tokens, maybe 3 human tokens. Just 1. Well, it's actually not good for us. Because now my Noble Unicorn doesn't get to come back, but it's fine. Alright, let's just get in for 1. Whack. It doesn't matter. Now it looks like I'm about to clear the board with a Banish All. But I'm going to play Army the Apocalypse. And we're going to go ahead and attack with Avenging Angel. It's probably going to get blocked by Watchful Gargoyle here. But that's also fine. The main thing that will blow us out is Flash Fire here, because all these human tokens are unbreakable. So Flash Fire would kill their Priestess, but also would kill my Avenging Angel, Noble Unicorn. We just clear my board. No. It does with Necrolord. So Army of the Apocalypse specifically says without triggering loyalty or tribute abilities. So I don't get to draw a card off of Noble Unicorn's tribute because Army of the Apocalypse skips that. So they're just going to take 6. I'm not going to block with this Gargoyle. Maybe they think they're going to clear my my Avenging Angel and swing in. Not clear. In any case, they have a lot of human tokens here. There is token stacking is enableable, but sometimes wacky things happens with it. But I could jump out of this game and enable it and see if it works properly. All right. Okay. So going to just remove that and then attack. This might just be a martial law turn, right? Otherwise, I'm looking at, I could just make 5 humans with martial law, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm just gonna wither. This is a good wither turn. There's no real reason to overextend on this one. Just get rid of all those. Pass the turn. I mean, this is really one of the reasons that I run Wither. It's so versatile. You can, sometimes you'll use it to just get rid of a small champion, but it's like Flashfire in that it works extremely well versus swarms of one thing like Zombie Token. All right, and then here I'm probably just going to trade with my Guild Demon. Well, I kind of need it for the Necromancer Lord, so I guess I'm just taking 5. No big deal. This Priestess Evangeline has given us, what, just 6 health? But we've gained 12 health off of the Avenging Angel, plus we've dodged 2 Flame Strikes, which is 16 health. So far, the Avenging Angel has gained us a lot. That would be 30, I think, altogether. 28, actually. Yeah, you can bring it, if you bring it back with Necromancer Lord, you still get 2, but yeah, it doesn't work for... I'm just going to draw 2 of this Crystal Golem right away in case they have like an Inheritance the Meek they want to play on my turn. Because this would actually be a pretty good board to Inheritance for them. They'd get rid of all of my champions, cut off my draw 2, and they'd only lose these 2. They'd gain 3 health, and they'd only lose their Watchful Gargoyle, or I guess my mouse is invisible. They'd only lose their Watchful Gargoyle and Priestess Evangeline. Meanwhile, I would lose everything, not get to draw 2, and they also gain the 3 health off the Priestess. So would not be surprised to see one of those here. I'm just going to crack this right away. I'm going to not play around anything and just attack with the Gudgeon. I know, this is going to be great. Our whole board is going to get cleared somehow, and then I'm just going to be able to drop this next Avenging Angel. It's going to be wonderful. Avenging Angel is also nice in decks that run Noble Unicorn and in decks that run White Dragon, because those decks both need good cards that you want to play on your own turn. So when you play Noble Unicorn on your opponent's turn, your turn starts, usually you don't want to play a draw 2. Usually you want to play some kind of champion that's going to establish the board, or maybe even a piece of removal, like a even Divine Judgment. I mean, it draws you 2 at least, and then this gets banished, but that's not the end of the world. But you just want plays that you can make on your turn immediately to follow up the Noble Unicorn. And Avenging Angel is a nice one of those. There's plenty of times where I would just go Noble Unicorn and then on my turn immediately slam down an Avenging Angel, even when I don't have, I would call this board control. Even though my opponent has more stuff than me, they can't really do anything. They're just making lots of humans, and they're adding things to the board, and they're trying to attack me. Alright, they're going to Justice Prevails, which gives all of these Righteous, but the Gudgeon's unblockable, so I'm just not going to attack with anything that can be blocked. Maybe they don't realize that Gudgeon is unblockable, but what makes Gudgeon so good is that it's just this annoying pest that your opponent has to deal with all game. They're going to keep taking 2 from it, gives you unblockable, it draws 2 cards, so if they spend a card to get rid of it, it's like you get 3 cards for 1. You get 2 and you get rid of one of theirs. I'm going to go ahead and drop this Avenging Angel here, and we're going to get to draw a card and gain 3 health off of it. So our engine is coming together. Opponent's probably thoroughly annoyed at this point. Our unicorn's often accosted by the Blue Man group. Frequently, as you can see, and just the noble ones. The regular ones, the plebeians, they don't care. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. I could play Guild Demon, but again, we're actually in a commanding spot, even though it doesn't look like it. We're untargetable, we're unattackable, and every good card that I play gives us 3 health and I draw a card. So right now, we've got the whole lockdown. I'm at 51. I haven't played any cards that just gain health. It's just I don't even think I played Drain Essence this game. I guess I did. Yeah, I killed the Noble Unicorn with Drain Essence. But aside from that, we're just whacking. Going to town. Mighty Blow to draw 2. It's an interesting splash. I actually think Mighty Blow is a bit underplayed, but I'm not sure what the home is for it. It is a deal 10 for 1, but it's a very risky card, so I don't usually like to play risky cards in my decks. Yeah. It's so best. Wait till we get that, wait till we get the, if we play Angel of Mercy here, our discard pile can't be banished, because we have 2 Gudgeons out. So we're just going to keep getting value out of this. We're going to grab Avenging Angel number 2. Oh, this is great. Alright. Let's just go ahead and, I mean, I could second wind here. I might as well, just in case I get a 0-cost card that changes my mind on what I want to do. What's interesting here is if I had Kark, I could play it to win. But I don't have Kark. And Angel of Mercy is going to go ahead and bring back that Avenging Angel. Normally, when an Angel of Mercy brings something back, it can't attack right away. But Avenging Angel does have Blitz. So we are going to go ahead and be evil with our good cards here. Grab that second one. Let's just go ahead and attack with these Gudgeons first. Opponent's probably going to do something like I mean, they really need to just banish everything. They really need to play like an Inherence of the Meek. I'm not sure if they're running that. Most token decks do run Inherence of the Meek. And they also usually run some other kind of banish effect. At least one copy of a Quell or Martial Law, Divine Judgment, something like that. Yeah, we've got all kinds of synergies. Even just Brave Squire, even just a random Avenging Angel Brave Squire is a lot of damage on its own. So we're going to go ahead and start attacking with these Avenging Angels, see what our opponent wants to do about them. We might try and like double block with 2 Watchful Gargoyles. I'm not sure. See, there's one there. Just going to tab all the way over. Yeah, there's 2 Watchful Gargoyles. They could block with both. And then take down 1 Avenging Angel, but Avenging Angel number 2 is waiting in the wings. Alright, Justice prevails. Alright. So that way they can trade 1 in. Just wait till they see this, until they see this Arm of the Apocalypse I have cooked up. Just slip 1 Kark in there. I can Final Task, if I'm playing against Kark, I can Final Task their Kark to win. So, don't worry. We have some shenanigans. Alright, we're just going to let that happen. Just going to go ahead and use this Army of the Apocalypse to the fullest. Opponent's going to go ahead and gain 8 twice, so they're going to heal back up, but then they're going to be domed for quite a bit. Alright, so just in case they have some kind of trick up their sleeve that I don't know about, like I guess they can't banish my discard pile because I'm protected. Have these Gudgeons. Let's just go ahead and get in with Angel of Mercy here. They could single target banish them with like Guild Demons or something. So maybe I should have done it anyway. But what I was considering doing is the Guild Demon swing. Like I don't even want to attack with anything else because it's not worth getting rid of 1 human at the expense of. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm going to go ahead and Guild Demon here, take out 2 Watchful Gargoyles so the opponent doesn't have any airborne attackers. And then after that, I'll Plentiful Dead, Army of the Apocalypse, and we'll get back all these folks. Get back our 2 Avenging Angels and draw 2 off our Crystal Golem. Yeah. I know, I've actually seen it happen once, but it's pretty rare. It is pretty rare. We're going to go ahead and recall this. Our opponent is going to get back that thing, but it doesn't matter because it's just a dumb big thing. Go ahead and continue beating down with our Avenging Angels here. Avenging Angel attack never stops. I should draw 2 with my Crystal Golem before I pass the turn. So I should probably just do that right now, in case I want to play one of these zeros I draw. Not sure what that would be. Let's just crack that Crystal Golem right away here. Just in case they have a Banish All on their turn, which would definitely be correct to play. Go ahead and attack for 6 with this. Big dumb Marcus. No, Necrolord can be either. Necrolord says, put target champion from any discard pile into play under your control. Any. Could be mine, could be my neighbors. Alright, let's see. I'm probably just going to pass here. Discard the Urgent Messengers because we have plenty of card draw in this hand. So if I need to draw cards, then I'll be perfectly fine just making do with what I have. I am going to keep this Martial Law in case they play Inherence the Meek here. Just so I don't die to a million of those things. But they do have to clear 2 Avenging Angels now. And Army of the Apocalypse has been working out pretty well. We just, that Army of the Apocalypse was 2 Avenging Angels and a draw 2 cards off of our Crystal Golem. So I think this really shows why, if you're playing Army of the Apocalypse, you really want Crystal Golem in your deck. I mean, if you're playing Army, you probably want 3 Army of the Apocalypses. If you're playing Army of the Apocalypse, you probably want 3 Crystal Golems, Crystal Golem. The fact that it's a draw 2, but it also turns all of your... Okay, here we go. Everything's getting banished. Alright, they're going to gain 3 off of their 2 Priestesses. And then they're just going to attack for 6. Alright. Alright. What do I want to do here? Probably going to be Plentiful Dead, Drain Essence, and then just block with a zombie token. Yeah. What do they have in the discard pile? Nothing. Just recall the Plentiful Dead in case they have some discard pile management. They can't get rid of the Plentiful Dead. The other nice thing about Army of the Apocalypse and Crystal Golem is that even if they clear your board with the Banish All, you've still got that Crystal Golem forever. It's just going to keep... They have to actually banish this from your discard pile, or you'll get it every time you play Army. I know. I know, yeah, it is really just showing off the power of Army of the Apocalypse. Alright, they're going to Rage. That's fine, we're going to take 8 here, but I'm just going to still kill that anyway with this Brave Squire. So right now, it's 4 health away from being dead, so this will give it +5 attack. And it will also keep the zombie token. And then we can go ahead and Necromancer Lord our Crystal Golem to draw 2 cards. What's really nice about this deck is we get to spend our health to Plentiful Dead. Like, we might even want more Plentiful Deads. This deck only runs 1. I am going to go ahead and attack here. I guess I'll recycle first. I don't need the health, so I'm just going to do this in case they have a way to banish my discard pile. I want to get that recycle out there. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I think what this deck does differently is that the fact that your plays are weaker is fine. All of your champions have these abilities. This is like playing Hate Bears, almost, if you've played Magic. Alright, we're going to go ahead and allow whatever they want to do there. Could be a double block, could be a take 2, could be a single block. If I was them, probably just take the damage. I mean, your humans are probably going to be worth more than 1/1s, and although I'm not sure how they're going to win this game. I have such a high health total, and it's clear their game plan is about attacking. So I guess they're trying to run me out on time. Maybe, I'm not sure. Probably going to be Necromancer Lord, the Crystal Golem. It's clear that their deck has struggles to deal with small health champions. They weren't able to kill my Gudgeons at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the chain here. Reveal that Plentiful Dead, reveal Gudgeon, because there's no real play around for Gudgeon. Just immediately draw 2 cards here. Pass the turn. Alright. We're doing great. We're at 81. We're sitting pretty. This deck could just use one card for the memes, but it is tough. I feel like it's tough to make cuts. It's probably one Angel of Mercy. Angel of Mercy is the most likely card to be dead as far as good cards go. But also, I was talking about how I think this deck would be better with more board wipes, so it might be tough to fit it in and have the deck still be, still have all of the cards I want in it. Like even cards like Urgent Messengers, this deck just doesn't have as many draw twos because it's doing more unusual things with its cards. Like we're running things like Royal Escort for the utility, which means that now this is just 3 slots that Royal Escort by itself is not very good. You're getting a 5/9 with Ambush, gain 3 health, gain some more health later, but it's really vulnerable to a lot of things. It has 9 health. It's not really going to contribute in combat by itself. But what it does do really well is it protects these ridiculous cards that we build around, like Necromancer Lord. Like this isn't the kind of deck that where all of its cards are really redundant. It does the same thing a lot. It's more like we have all of these different ways to hinder our opponent, and we're just slowly dealing them all out while we chip away at their health, gain a bazillion. All right, and they're gonna pass there. It's reasonable. I'm just gonna go ahead and Urgent Messengers. Also gain us 3. And I'll just Amnesia right away because I have a Heinous Feast. Anyway, I guess maybe I'll just Amnesia right away. I'm going to use the Crystal Golem for my own discard pile. What's funny is that if I get their Gladius, they might not have a way in their deck to get rid of it. Because because they have Flame Strikes and Banish Alls. They might not have an answer. I could just reanimate it and then just have a Gladius for the rest of the game. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and just bring back, I don't want to attack, let's bring back Crystal Golem and draw 2 cards. And then I guess we'll just start getting with these human tokens. I'm not even sure what the play is. It's probably Royal Escort. Probably just toss that down and pass. Honestly. Like, alright, so what could I get in? How much could I get in for? I mean, I'll see what they do. If they really want to get rid of my Necromancer Lord, they can. It's not like I'm worried about my health total here. I have a bunch of ways to be safe. This deck really is ridiculous. I have 11 cards in hand. I'm going to discard 4 as it currently stands. But you know, that's what happens when your Revenging Angel gets blocked 8 times. You just have a lot of health for the rest of the game. Yeah, so human tokens here are annoying to block. I'm just going to go ahead and attack with all but the last one. I mean, I'll attack with 2. If they really want to block the second one with human token, then I'll start attacking with these other tokens. Oh, anyway, we have to do damage somehow. I should have left that Gladius. I could have, these could be 4/1s right now. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and leave that for me, I suppose. I'll just toss down this Royal Escort, give my other things untargetable. Gain 6. I think we'll be alright. And then I'll pass the turn. And it's probably going to be discard just a bunch of stuff here. Like discard Gudgeon because I don't need to draw more cards. Discard Urgent Messengers because I don't need to draw more cards. I'm not sure what the third discard is yet. Alright, they're going to make their humans really big. That's fine though. It's likely we'll end up using this Wither to kill all of the humans. I might even just do so right away so I have to discard less cards. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I'm going to pass and discard the Gudgeon and the Urgent Messengers. I like to draw cards, that's the reason. It's also just, it kind of depends, right? It didn't happen really at all in the wild decks that we played. But slower decks do discard to hand size sometimes. And if you're running Necromancer Lord and Crystal Golem, there's a good chance you're going to discard it to maximum hand size. So this isn't even on purpose. It's more like, I want to get value out of this Necromancer Lord, so I might as well just draw 2 right now. But there's nothing really for me to do with this Necromancer Lord aside from draw 2, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to toss down another Gladius. Their champions are big. This is an 11/11 Gladius. The human tokens are 9/1s. Because they have +2, +3, +3. Alright. No big deal. What am I doing? Am I final tasking? That seems like a bad play. I'll just... I actually don't want to play this martial law here because it's unnecessary. I mean, I like having the off turn. I like having the card in my hand that off turn clears. So I guess I'm drawing 2 with final task here. Like, that's the thing. I don't really have a good play to make right now, so I'm just drawing 2 a lot. But I'm not in a position to lose. It's just I just don't have a win condition. I'm just drawing cards. I need my Avenging Angels back. I probably should play one card just in case I'm up against a control deck or something. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring back the Gudgeon so that we can be untargetable, even though it'll make us draw. Let's play this Misguided Herald first. This is definitely my play for the turn. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab a Royal Escort. I don't want to break everything. So now our stuff is really untargetable. And then I'll go ahead and bring back the Gudgeon to draw 2 cards. And then I guess I'm just passing the turn here. This Misguided Herald will also... Basically our Gudgeons and our Misguided Heralds are threats because our opponent will struggle to block them. We're just continually generating blockers for these human tokens. But the thing is, as much as this game looks like it's over, they could easily gain a lot of health out of a Justice Prevails, which is why I've been holding on to this martial law pretty much this entire game. Alright, so discard 3, it's going to be Amnesia probably, plus Noble Unicorn, so I can Angel of Mercy it, plus... I don't know what the other one would be. So I guess I'll just play Guild Demon. I'll swing in for 3 here. I could even just Brave Squire this. It wouldn't be that ridiculous. It'd just be 5 damage for 0. Like a pretty good deal. And then I could just discard Noble Unicorn. I like that play. Just nuke them down. Oh, I can't. My champions are untargetable. I just realized. Oh, well. It's fine. Oopsies. We'll just make the Royal Escort here. I should have done the other Royal Escort too, so I could attack with that, but whatever. Whatever. We're going to discard our Noble Unicorn. And that way I can play Angel of Mercy and bring it back if I want. Angel of Mercy will trigger the tribute, so I will draw a card if I Angel of Mercy it back. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've also thought about playing Drinker of Blood in this deck just as a way to finish off kind of like a combo kill. Deadly Raid, and this is why we kept Martial Law. Although I am taking 30 from these two. But I'm going to have to banish my whole board here because I don't want to die. Oh wait, how much would I take? I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 13 is... It's a lot. I'm just going to have to banish all champions. And gain 9. No, it's fine. We're in a good spot anyway. It's just funny. They can still swing for 26 here if they want to deal 26. I probably would if I was them. Yep. Still a game. I'm probably going to be Angel of Death on my turn. and then Heinous Feast after Angel of Deathing. Or maybe I'll just Amnesia, so I can recycle, since I don't really care about the 4 health. Or 2 health, rather. But once they're now that they're at 4 cards in hand, they were definitely setting up for that. It's going to be harder for them to win this game. I'm just going to go ahead and Angel of Death, revealing Plentiful Dead and Heinous Feast. And I'm going to Amnesia because I want the card from the recycle more than I want, even though it'll give my opponent more information. Don't think it's that relevant. Let's do these 2. Pass the turn. When you're at 4 cards in hand, if even one of these has recycle, if one of these is a Watchful Gargoyle or a Second Wind, then now they can't get more options right now. Yeah, the Angel of Death is quite nice in these decks. So the corner piece of this deck is the ability to clear the board off of Final Tasks and Misguide Heralds and whatnot. Angel of Death is very relevant, and one of the reasons that I went Heavy Evil. So we will go ahead and block this. I don't care if they have some kind of trick. They only have 6 cards in hand, so I mean, you have to be Brave Squire, I guess. But it's not a big deal if they want to spend resources to get rid of this. Or Rage, maybe. Like, if they're playing Rage, I think that's a mistake. I did see a Rage. There just aren't very many times where their champion gets blocked. Yeah. There aren't very many times where their champion gets blocked. Their big champion gets blocked by a small champion. It's usually the other way around. I think what they want is actually go wild, which is target champion gets +4 offense, +4 defense this turn, and you recycle, which is super relevant because it'll give them more cards, but also it's just a deal 4 to a champion that's being blocked by one of their champions, or vice versa, or deal 4 damage to the player, because you can pretty much always get an unblocked human token. And I'm just going to keep passing here. Like, if this hits me and they pass, I'll start my turn and swing for 6. This is a 3-turn clock on its own. They are going to revolt, try and get in for 6 damage. Yep, I'm not really intimidated. Keep in mind the starting health is 30, so this swing right here will put me to double starting health. Burn is just not relevant against me right now. I'm going to go ahead and play this Angel of Mercy, see if I can get some value out of my discard pile, bring back the Noble Unicorn. If they had a way to manage my discard pile, they would just play it right now, I think. So I'm just going to hope they don't have anything else. We'll see if they do. This is the first time I've played Angel of Mercy without, yeah. A lot of these human token decks get greedy and they don't run any kind of way to interact with the discard pile, which I think is a mistake. I mean, it's not necessarily a mistake, but like this deck right here, I probably would make a good evil and splash for like some Guild Demons, and then play Justice Prevails with your Plentiful Deads, and it would be great. It would be wonderful. We're still in this game here. Inherits the Meek to banish all my champions, and I draw a card. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and clear that board. Well, it's only 2. Still, though. It's Amnesia first. I'm going to go ahead and just do a deal 7, draw 2, I think. I mean, this is also pretty good. Yeah, I'll just Angel of Death here. I mean, it's fine. It's like, it doesn't really matter to get rid of those, but it's really hard for them to block this. And with Brave Squire, it's actually a 2-turn clock, so if I play Crystal Golem here on their turn, that's 13, and then I can win with Brave Squire for lethal. Same thing with Royal Escort if they can't block the Royal Escort for some reason. Yeah, so I'll probably play Royal Escort here instead. Yep. See if we have it. think this is it. I think we win this turn. Especially with Final Task Crystal Golem, that's another blitzing 7. It's probably the end of the game. I mean, it's going to be the end of the game pretty soon, one way or the other. There's 2 minutes left on their clock. I think the Angel of Death will be a mighty blow. Alright, Secret Legion to make 6 human tokens. Well, that actually stops me from getting lethal this turn. Because I can't Brave Squire this, and I can't Final Task and then Crystal Golem to get in for enough damage. So I guess this is just going to get blocked. And then I will probably, I'll probably Final Task, kill one, and then break after damage. Put back my Plentiful Dead here, make a zombie. I'm just doing this instead of Necromancer Lord because this board's already clearable. They had an Inheritance of the Meek, now would be a good time on their next turn to play it, so I might as well just, yeah, it's definitely worth tossing a 1 in the way of this attack. It would be very brave not to. So go ahead and let that combat happen, and then draw 2 cards. And I'll discard a card to maximum hand size, which will be one of these Crystal Golems. That sets me up for a really good Army of the Apocalypse, because I'll have 2 in my discard pile. So Army of the Apocalypse is a draw 4. And I also like to remove duplicates from my hand when I have to discard. So it's nice, you know, having the option of playing Crystal Golem or Noble Unicorn, for example. Alright, the Eternal Justice prevails. They are hanging in there. Oh boy. Alright, I guess I'm just blocking with Noble Unicorn. They're just going to gain a lot of health this turn. This game's probably going to end in time. I don't see it ending any other way. I mean, they only have a minute left. They're about to gain 12. This is actually a mistake on my part because they're not playing around Revolt. Yeah, their entire deck's been finished. They're just redrawing the cards again. I think, oh, what? That's a mistake. This is easily stoppable with my zombie token. Alright. What they really want is attack separately. Probably don't have it turned on. It is optional. And unfortunately, once the clock gets really low, it's basically impossible to prevent it from ticking down at least a little bit on your turns. So inevitably they will lose to time here. It's just something you've got to be aware of. I mean, there's a lot of time now. There's 25 minutes for each player. But if this game is going especially long, then time is something that you do need to be aware of. Yep. Yeah, a little sad. I think games ending to time are always sad, but it is what it is. You gotta have the game end at some point. I've got 4. They're probably just gonna block with 1. Like I said, 5 minutes here. I think if this game went on in forever, I would win. Probably, it might take another 10. I mean, it might take another like 2 or 3 back and forths. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really that the opponent can do at this point. They're just trying not to die, and they're basically playing an aggressive deck. And I'm kind of like comboing here with all my cards are coming together. I'm gonna go ahead and probably try and find an Avenging Angel instead of Army of the Apocalypsing, because draw 4 isn't very good here. There it is. It's also untargetable, so it's going to be game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that time being refunded to the pass, or even just time not being returned for passing, like the first 5 seconds don't count, is a reasonable statement. And while I would love to have something like that, it also means that tournaments have a non-deterministic amount of time. So if you're playing in a tournament and it has, 32 people in it, let's just say, right? That's going to be 16 matches happening at the same time. So if one match goes for 2 hours, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but I could totally see a match going for 2 hours if people were playing some kind of weird matchup, like they were running or basically Kark jacks against each other, but they didn't have Kark in them. Then the game would just go forever, and the other people in the tournament wouldn't get to play. Also, if you have a situation where some people are just taking a super long time, like the games are going very long, then the other people in the tournament are going to just have to wait for those to end. So at the very least for tournaments, it needs to be deterministic. We could do something like a refund just for when you're playing new games or quick matches or something like that. But it's also nice that the tournament system works the same way that the normal games do. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think either way, it's always then. Of course, you get the situation of people that are playing a match, and the match goes for an hour, and they think, okay, now I can leave, right? Like, I mean, just sometimes when you play a really long game like that, it can be kind of tiring. So I think it's good that games have a limited time on it. I feel bad when you time out, especially when the time's getting low and you're losing time to things like animations. So I wonder if, animation skipping is a possible solution where you can just ignore a lot of what's going on and queue up your plays without it affecting you. But it is important that games don't just have the ability to go on forever. Anyway, I'm going to be calling it here. The game was really long, but also I really like those games. But hopefully I'll be able to get some more of those next time. In the meantime, good luck with your games, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. But good game, Drew Wise. Ooh. It's a mistake.